Kimberly Williams Paisley was born in 1971 and grew up with her two younger siblings, Jay and Ashley Williams, in Rye, New York, a coastal city located outside of New York City. Both the Williams sisters grew up to become actors. You've likely seen her younger sister Ashley in her many Hallmark films, or from her role as Victoria in the popular sitcom How I Met Your Mother. Ashley has also started working behind the camera as a director. In 2020, Kimberly made a Facebook post congratulating her sister for the work she'd done as a writer and director, and wishing her a happy birthday. Kimberly made it clear how close the two were growing up and remain today, writing, "Oh, how I love her and the person she's grown up to be. Ash, you are the stud to my dud, the calf to my decaf, the alcohol in my wine." While studying drama at Northwestern University, Kimberly Williams Paisley had the opportunity of a lifetime, landing a breakout role in the 1991 film Father of the Bride. In the movie, she plays Annie Banks, the oldest daughter and bride-to-be. Not only was it a momentous occasion to get a starring role in a big film, but the young actor was also working alongside legends like Steve Martin, who played her father, and Diane Keaton, who played her mother. Speaking about getting the part during a 1991 interview with Bobby Wygant, Williams Paisley said, "I didn't really think I was right for it actually, because I'm 20 years old, and a lot of people tell me that I look younger than 20, and this was for the part of a 22-year-old. She added that this may have worked to her advantage because she wasn't very stressed during the audition since she thought she wouldn't get the part. The 20-year-old actor had no way of knowing that the role would define her career for decades to come. After her breakout role in Father of the Bride, Williams Paisley obtained her drama degree and went on to act in several more projects, including Father of the Bride Part 2. But her next big career-defining role came in 2001, playing Dana on the hit ABC sitcom According to Jim. The show centers around the antics of suburban father Jim Belushi and his long-suffering wife Cheryl, played by Courtney Thorne-Smith. Williams Paisley played Cheryl's sister on the show. She was on the show for 7 seasons and rejoined the cast for the final episode in 2009. Years later, she reminisced about her fond memories with them on Facebook, writing, "We used to gather at Courtney's house with our spouses, and she would make us something delicious to eat. Court taught me a lot about hosting, though I never quite mastered it the way she did." There were times that this cast was the most fun group to play with. Kimberly Williams Paisley met her now husband, country star Brad Paisley, in 2001. Audiences got a chance to see the couple together when she starred in his music video. The pair act alongside each other in the comical video to his song, I'm Gonna Miss Her, in which the couple disagree over Brad's prioritization of fishing over their relationship. Brad first laid eyes on her, as many others did, when he went to see Father of the Bride in theaters. In an interview on the Meredith Vieira show, Kimberly explained that Brad had seen the film with his ex-girlfriend. They broke up, didn't work out, and 7 years later, he swears it had never happened before. He woke up one day and decided he wanted to call me. After that call, the pair started dating and have been together ever since.
I'm a sucker for someone who's interested.
Despite her role in Father of the Bride, the idea of actually getting married was far from Kimberly's mind. But it became much more real after meeting Brad. The pair got engaged quickly after they started dating, and they married in 2003. They had a beautiful wedding surrounded by friends and family. The celebration ended with Brad singing the comical song Toilet Seat Down at the reception before the couple left. In 2023, Kimberly shared an Instagram post celebrating 2 decades of marriage. This is 20 years. Oh, the places we've been. Happy anniversary, Brad Paisley. It ain't perfect, but it's us, and I am so grateful. Kimberly told People magazine that not taking themselves too seriously has been one of the keys to their successful marriage. We record the meaningful moments, the best laughs. That's a big part of our relationship, focusing on the laughter and keeping a sense of play. 4 years after their wedding, Brad and Kimberly welcomed their first son, William Huckleberry Paisley, into the world. 2 years later, in 2009, Kimberly gave birth to another boy, Jasper Warren. Parenthood completely changed the couple's life. Brad told The Boot, "It changes your beliefs in almost everything. It just shakes you to your core." Kimberly appears to love motherhood and truly values any time she can spend with her children. She told People, "I don't want to look back on this when I've complained for years about not having time for certain things, like fishing with my kids and hiking in the woods. We're trying to do that as much as we can." In 2022, Kimberly shared a throwback photo of herself in a hospital gown, wearing headphones, about to give birth to her first son. In the caption, she wrote, "February 22nd, 2007. Here I am trying to get Huck to want to come out after my water broke 24 plus hours earlier, just like in the movies. In this pic, I didn't know yet how much he'd make us laugh, how gorgeous and interesting his art would be, how brave and kind his heart is. Happy 15th birthday, Huck. We love you so. If you missed her early work, you may know Williams Paisley best for her time in Nashville. The real-life wife of one of America's biggest country singers plays recurring character Peggy Kenter. Williams Paisley began the role in 2012 and was excited to be a part of the cast. Though she admitted it took her time to learn about Southern culture before she could play the Nashville character. She told Entertainment Weekly, "I grew up in New York where everybody sort of tells it like it is. In a place like Nashville, there's a lot of bless your heart and Southern charm, sort of glossing over the truth sometimes. I have an appreciation for the charm and the kindness here, but I've also learned that people don't always say what they're thinking." That said, years of living with the country star and adjusting to family life in Tennessee seem to have prepared her for the challenge. Although the series was all about country music, Williams Paisley stuck to acting, leaving the singing to the other actors. Williams Paisley left the show after season 2 in 2013, but the popular series continued for 6 seasons, ending in 2018. Shortly after her mother's death, Williams Paisley published the book Where the Light Gets In. In it, she opened up about her and her family's journey with her mother's health. Her mother, Linda, was diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia, a rare form of dementia that affects the part of the brain used to communicate. Williams Paisley shared that some of the first signs appeared when she told her mother she was engaged and got minimal reaction. She thought this was strange, but told People magazine that she initially just wrote it off. "We are such a close family, and I was the first kid to get engaged, and I thought, that's what it is." Symptoms continued to manifest, and at Williams Paisley's wedding, her mother struggled to read a passage from the Bible. A couple years later, Linda was officially diagnosed. Williams Paisley published her book so other families could take comfort and learn from her story. In the memoir, she puts an emphasis not only on how the disease affected her mother, but also on how the entire family learned to cope. She told Brain and Life, "It's important for families to emphasize and vocalize the need for members to not try to do all the caregiving on their own. It's important for caregivers to reach out and ask for help."
But we're just trying to have those kinds of honest conversations that I wish I'd had with my mom about what do we want.
In 2024, Williams Paisley opened up to fans about a health issue she'd been struggling with for a couple of years. She shared a selfie to her Instagram showing her lying in bed in a hospital gown and explained that after losing her voice on stage a few years ago, it had never fully come back. She ultimately had surgery to fix damage to her laryngeal nerve.
"I don't know if you can tell, but I'm having some vocal trouble."
While losing her voice was a frightening experience for the actor, she was happy to have gotten to the bottom of it. She wrote, "I lost my voice on stage at my Alzheimer's event in Nashville. It was embarrassing and scary, and it never quite came back. It's been a challenging couple of years. I tried everything I could to heal it. I was finally able to have surgery this week at Vanderbilt Health with expert surgeons, and it is sounding so much better." Fans were quick to react to the update, and Williams Paisley was overwhelmed by support in the comments. In a post shared a couple of days later, she thanked her fans. "You reminded me of the power of authenticity, vulnerability, and hope. I'm feeling validated and seen and ever more grateful." At the beginning of 2020, Kimberly and Brad launched The Store, a nonprofit community food program dedicated to battling hunger. The idea for the store was inspired after volunteering with their children. Kimberly said, "We've got to get them into service and get them out of their bubble and help them understand that there are hungry people in the world."
They've never known a night where they had to wonder where the food was coming from. So you can imagine that's helped them become a little more enlightened.
After volunteering with her sons at Unity Shop, a free California supermarket, she and Brad were driven to open a similar market in their home state of Tennessee. Unlike many food pantries, the store allows shoppers to pick from a selection of meats, fresh produce, and other food staples in the same way you would shop at a standard grocery store. Because the store opened at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, they had to make some changes, such as offering delivery and pickup options, but they remained dedicated to their vision. Speaking about the program to Southern Living, Kimberly said, "People are really excited about this concept of dignity around food insecurity because so many people don't feel comfortable when they have to ask for help. I take for granted that I can go and pick out what I'd like and what my family needs. We want to give people that short-term solution as they are trying to get back on their feet." Williams Paisley may have grown up in New York, but she's come to love her country life in Franklin, Tennessee. It took some adjustment, though. She told Southern Living, "People drive by and actually stop their cars, roll down the windows, and have a conversation in the middle of the street here. I remember thinking, why are we talking right now? Don't we both have to-go places?" But now I understand that this is just what we do in the South. Between her acting work and her husband's music career, the couple is often busy. But at home, they live a simpler life with their family and many pets. Kimberly said they've collected quite a few animals over time, including dogs, lizards, and more. I never thought we would have a donkey, but we do. We adopted him. He's a rescue donkey. Williams Paisley's life in the country may be different than what she was originally used to, but she confirmed to Southern living, Tennessee feels like home.